Yeah. Hey, Wayne, congratulations. You got 8 views over the weekend. Good stuff, man.
We already knew Houston lawyer John Zavatzanos had a hard time with math, except maybe when it comes to counting out campaign cash and favors to a certain Houston judge. Tonight, that judge, Frederica Phillips, is facing a complaint to the Texas Judicial Conduct Commission. Can't say we didn't warn her. In September, we followed a trail of public records to show that Zavatzanos and his law firm had helped bankroll Frederica Phillips' campaign for judge. Zavatzanos and his law firm, well, they're Phillips' biggest donors. Maybe right-wing Republican Steve Hotze reads campaign records too, because in the middle of a very nasty legal fight with his own brothers, he hired Zavatzanos, a guy who gave donations to Hillary Clinton. The result, our family feud video. Politics makes strange bedfellows.
What is this for?
Guess Mr. Zavatzanos is afraid of a little sunshine here at our courthouse. I walked into the courthouse one day to watch the Hotze trial for a few minutes, and after I left, Mr. Zavatzanos accused me of jury tampering. Me. Appears just my mere presence for a couple of minutes was able to sway the jury in the case. Guess it's my charm. Quoting, this bottom feeder Wayne Dolcefino was in the courtroom just a moment ago, he said. He's for hire. He's for hire. People hire him to put stuff up on the internet. This needs to stop. It needs to stop. Hey, Mr. Z, if you were mad about that first video, I can hardly wait to see you melt down after this one. You and your judge friend, well, you just got busted. In November, the AZA law firm boasted about the $2 million in legal fees they won in the Hotze case. Not from the jury, but from good old Judge Phillips, without the lawyers having to show her a single invoice to prove their work. Even the law firm acknowledged, quote, the awarding of legal fees to defendants in civil suits is exceedingly rare. Now Judge Phillips has been ordered off the case after Bruce Hotze's lawyers discovered that just 2 days before that big payday for Zavatzanos, him and his legal team entertained the judge at Brennan's. That's a nice place. The motion to recuse the judge mentioned our video, but also had a sworn affidavit from the judge's own senior clerk, Darla Coons, quoting, Judge Phillips attended the lunch at Brennan's on Wednesday, November 7th, despite my voiced concerns on the appearance of favoritism. Darla Coons had been a fixture at the courthouse for decades, working for both Democrat and Republican judges. Guess what happened next? A few days after that Brennan shindig, Judge Phillips fired Darla Coons. That's terrible. But so is the judge's judgment. We think she should resign. But the story's not over. A new judge was asked to get rid of that $2 million judgment for legal fees. Her name is Lauren Reeder. Her campaign website says she worked for big law firms before going to the DA's office and then running for judge. One of those big law firms, John Zavatzanos' law firm. Texas law probably won't get you a second recusal just based on where a judge used to work, but it should. Lauren Reeder still has some explaining to do. She didn't even bother to mention to the lawyers that she worked for John Zavatzanos before hearing this case. Let's face it, folks, the Harris County Courthouse is a swamp where people often hire lawyers because of their connections to judges. The money trail. Everybody knows it. Do you really think a guy like Steve Hotze would have hired a guy who donated money to Hillary Clinton as his lawyer? Please. That's why we shouldn't elect judges anymore. Think about it, Mr. Zavatzanos. Think about all the money you could save. You call me a bottom feeder and a fake journalist. And quite frankly, I kind of like it. And you're right, Mr. Zavatzanos, we do expose curious relationships between judges and lawyers. Hope you get used to it.
Good stuff, man.